studios of News Channel 9, this is Good Morning Chattanooga.
Thank you so much for joining us here on Good Morning Chattanooga. I'm Bailey Murphy. In this half hour for Jessica Hartthorne, let's start with a quick check of your forecast with meteorologist Brian Smith. Good morning, Brian. The floodwater surrounding the treehouse at Reflection Riding Arboretum and Nature Center is finally receding. February's record rainfall left the treehouse submerged for weeks. Bliss Zeckerman has more on the Nature Center's cleanup efforts underway now.
Parts of this boardwalk are still closed. That's because it spent several days underneath the water. You can tell that the wood here is still a little bit squishy after it spent several days covered underneath the floods. Floodwaters blocking the boardwalk. This video is from March 1st. Not even experienced nature enthusiasts could wade through the water.
Something that we know is probably going to happen.
Hundreds of animals call the Nature Center home. Workers say they don't believe any of them were hurt during the flooding. New this morning, New Zealand's Prime Minister says there's an immediate ban on the sale of military-style firearms now in place. This announcement comes less than a week after a gunman opened fire at two mosques, killing 50 people. Authorities say they've now identified all the victims and are working to notify the families. Right now, an Australian man is charged with murder. Police say he carried out the attacks alone, but they're still investigating the possibility that he had support. This morning, the TBI needs your help identifying a man whose body was found in the Douglas Lake earlier this month. Authorities found his body on March 10th, but aren't sure how long he's been there. Investigators hope someone can identify the man by some of his clothing. He was wearing a Walking Dead t-shirt, a horseshoe belt buckle, and a belt with the name Gerald stamped into the leather. If you have any information, contact the TBI. Dalton police are now offering a $3,000 reward for new information in an armed robbery case. Police say two men held a family with young children at gunpoint during the robbery last year. Investigators say the suspects targeted the family while shopping in Atlanta. Brittany McIntyre is shaken today by the encounter.
I was scared. I thought I was going to lose my life or I was going to lose my whole family. Just one day it's going to catch up with them. God will punish them for what they've done.
Investigators think the suspects were driving rental cars and may have ties to the Atlanta area. Call Dalton Police if you have any information. You can see more surveillance video of the crime on newschannel9.com. A medical breakthrough could ease a major fear for new mothers. Ahead on GMC, the new medication approved by the FDA to treat postpartum depression and why it has one mother feeling a sense of relief. And later, it's time of the season when racing is at its finest. For one local businessman who owns several auto body shops, it's a good time to chase his passion. More ahead in sports.